Lórí Facebook, lórí gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó nílẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Bó sì tún ṣe wàá kọ́ nílẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun diary. Ẹ fara balẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lẹ́nu. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tójótójó. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ọba bá gbé múlẹ̀. Good afternoon, and welcome to Maiyegun's Diary. This is Maiyegun Live. Thank you very much for joining me. And sorry that I'm actually, I came in late again. But I'm glad to be here, and I believe you are also happy to be with me this afternoon. So thank you very much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. Thank you very much. Now we can get started. For those of you who are watching from Facebook, I believe we are sorted. To my friends on YouTube, let me take a look and see that everything is very much all right from that end as well. Then we can get started. So, thank you very much for those who are just joining. Others will join us. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun ti dé. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Maiyegun is back. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Thank you. I think we are fine. From that end as well. So thank you for joining me from wherever you are watching from, all over the world. This is Maiyegun Live. And if you read the caption of the broadcast, or if you happen to have missed that, I think that is not showing up on Facebook. But however, the body of the whole broadcast is right there on the Facebook. So if you are joining me, read that, and you can make your own contribution too. Yes, you can. Now, I'm going to start. The caption for today is: people have been asking that, why is it so difficult for people who are victims of bad governance in Nigeria to stand up themselves, because they are victims, right? Then you begin to wonder, how come the people who are supposed to be the the criminals who put them in that sorry mess in that country. You would expect that the victims should be able, who have actually many in their millions, should be able to stand up and stop them. But we found out that it is not actually, you see, when you see Nigerians complaining, from any part of the world you see Nigerians complaining, take your time. When they are complaining about corruption, when they are complaining about greed, when they are complaining about failure about anything at all, most importantly oppression, when they complain about their oppressors, when they join us to chorus, hey, hey, crucify them, crucify them, crucify them. Most of the time, they are not doing so simply because they are against that oppression. I have found out. And that is why it is so easy today for an average Buharidin or Buharididene, an average Nigerian, right, to pick an enemy from you. It can make you an enemy, an automatically lifetime enemy, simply because you say something against those people that, well, he called leaders. So they select, they cherry pick. And I found out that that's the reason why there is no way you can actually talk about liberating people who don't need liberation. It's difficult. We have those who genuinely deserve what we call that freedom. But there are those who were not really angry about the whatever division, whatever anything politics is causing on anybody. Oppression, abuse of power, impunity, corruption, and name it. They can join us to condemn them. You will see them, they join us, they write beautifully well. They give beautiful speeches and all of that. But when you find out, you will realize that many of them are not really against it. The only reason why they are against it is simply because they are not the ones either doing the corruption or they are not the ones doing that oppression. So I now found out that what I found was really shocking. I found out that most Nigerians who tells you they are hustling to get out of to destroy oppression, to destroy poverty, to destroy corruption and the rest of that. Many of them are actually doing so that they can do what they condemn. So they can oppress too. And that is why today the people who oppress, kill, commit so many crimes against one another are not just those who are in power. And that is why you always see more people defending those criminals in power. Because if you give them the chance, they would probably be worse than them. I have seen a lot. And that is why it is so easy for an average Nigerian, wherever you meet him, it is so easy for him to condemn you, for him to fight you, for him to make enmity of you, simply because you don't like who they support or who they defend. So that's what we found out, that many of them are not really against every bad thing we talk about in Nigeria. Millions of Nigerians are not really against them. Many of them are just against them. One, if they are the victims. Two, if they are not the ones doing that oppression. I'm a Yoruba man, and I'm going to use my own example, my own area. Luckily for me, I come from a region that happens to be a mini Nigeria, genuinely a mini Nigeria. In Yoruba land, you will find all tribes in Yoruba land. I mean, no single one you won't find from any part of Nigeria in every part of Yoruba land. Lagos is like the melting pot of the whole country, Abi. Now, from my own part alone, I can tell you a bit about oppression. I can tell you about a bit, a little bit about bullying. And to us, As long as you are not a victim, it's not bad. An average Nigerian believes that a rich man cannot rape. Do you know that? An average Nigerian believes that a rich man, a popular person, or the children of a rich man or children of the rich, they cannot be accused of rape. Same way you cannot accuse a politician in Nigeria who is expected to be earning maybe 700,000 naira a month as his salary, but is building an hotel in his own city that is worth over 100 million naira. People will say, if na you know, go steal am. This is where I began that research. This is where I began to pay attention to all of these things. Like, it's actually who they are. They believe that big man don't rape. And they believe that every rape victim, or let me say, if that person is not their sister, right? Every rape victim is actually guilty. They are the ones who make people rape them. It's either they didn't dress well, or maybe they were walking at night, alone at night. They will give reasons conveniently, right? To back every evil oppression they have, as long as either they are the ones doing it, they will back it. But they will rise and scream and tell you, the world is coming to an end. World is going to come to an end because, all evil things are going on because they are not the ones doing them. And we have so many of them on social media. They believe that a police officer that is paid by the taxpayers, that same police officer can actually ask you for money. And if you don't give him that money, he can decide then at that point to do his job, because that's what they say. They'll say, why don't you let him do his job? A police officer will approach you, right, with the intention, sole intention, to take money from you. That is what they do, in all sincerity. Some of them, maybe let's say 1 or 2 or 3 of them, may tell you that, no, I'm different. My friend, shut up. We are talking about something that affects millions now, because this is now general. Not that you trying to tell us you are special, but you cannot deny what I'm saying, can you? No, you can't. So an average victim, an average Nigerian believes that if you if you refuse to give a bribe to a police officer, and in the process you get killed, or in the process you get kidnapped by the same police officers, you know what I mean? They will blame you for arguing. Why do you have to argue because of 50 naira? Why do you have to argue? Now you have lost your life. Now, okay, you know the law, Abi. Okay, now, now that they have killed him, unko. So, because of this, we have many of them who have figured it out. They know that the country is a jungle. It's worse than, it's actually worse than a jungle, right? So therefore, they decided to go and join police. Do you know that there's actually a survey that was conducted for the Nigerian police officers. I think it was around 2011 or thereabout. I remember there was actually a survey, police survey, that they asked people, why did they join Nigeria police? Do you know that 83% of them said they joined Nigeria police because they had no job, they had no opportunity. If they had the opportunity of any better job, they would never join police. So they joined the police as a means of survival. 83% policemen in Nigeria. I don't know how many number they are now. Now that the frustration is actually at a 1,000 degree. Maybe we have like 90% or 95% of them who joined Nigeria police because there was nothing to do. They didn't join Nigeria police because they wanted to protect the people. They didn't join Nigeria police because they wanted to make it better. They didn't join Nigeria police because they wanted to serve the country. They joined because it was the only way to survive. There was no job. There was this, there was no that. So they joined to survive. Now, how can hungry people protect you? Because your politicians don't care, right? what they did is that your politicians now created a new country for themselves, whereby they created new laws for themselves. The policemen that they believe are probably trained in a bit to protect them and them only, and their family and their businesses everywhere in Nigeria. Those ones were taken off the street. They now left you the hungry ones. They left you with the frustrated ones. They know many of you are frustrated. Frustrated too. They know that the country will frustrate you to the point that you will begin to act mad. It's just a matter of time. So they cuckoo left the mad police for you. So the mad police too, they started acting just on their own instinct on how to survive. So they began hunting you down, your young people. They began hunting down your young people. Many of you will come on Facebook to abuse me. You come here to abuse me. But you are actually endangered species in Nigeria. You are endangered species because a failed system you are trying to defend gives no damn about you. They don't give a damn about you. So they left you frustrated, angry, poorly trained, and drug addict policemen on the streets. And those ones began kidnapping you. You will see police officers, they will jump fence. They will jump fence. Some of them are waiting now for SARS to call them so that they can become SARS too. Some of them are waiting for employment. The reason why they want to join SARS is because they know all Yahoo boys in their area and they can easily just go after them. Not because they want to end Yahoo, not because they want to end, they want to end the internet fraud, but because they want to benefit from it. And because the system, the failed system, will allow them to do that. So they join the profession to oppress you. You come on Facebook to abuse me for calling out those who made that happen. Does that make any sense to you? So if you don't like it, if you don't really like it, let's be honest. If you are jealous, it's normal. Animals are jealous, human beings are jealous. I am not the author. I am not the creator of whatever problem you are facing in Nigeria. Good enough. I've never had any family members who have been any part of your political nonsense in Nigeria. So you may not like what I'm saying. I am mentioning the names of those who had the opportunity of building you a country, but they built you a shithole. They built you an open concentration camp. But I'm talking about them. Why are you angry? If I may ask, why are you angry? If you ask yourself, this guy criticized Tinubu, this guy criticized Buhari, he talk about these people. I talk about the people that are responsible for whatever misery or miserable life of miserable existence that an average Nigerian is living. Why are you angry? So you may say you disagree with me. Fine. Then how did I become part of all of that? Never signed any check in your country. Never executed any contract in your country. I've always been a taxpayer. Even when I live outside Nigeria, they still steal money from me, from the money I send back to Nigeria. And I'm not worried. But they don't even use the money for you. They spend the money on themselves. Then you come on Facebook, you're angry with me. Why are you angry with me? I didn't create your problem. I didn't start your frustration. I didn't destroy your shithole country. Okay? I escaped from it. And because I escaped from it, and you are still in it, that doesn't mean that you should blame me for your miserable life. I am actually trying to tell you now to see those who put you in that mess. But if you don't see them that way, let's just say it's the jealousy. Yeah, it's the jealousy. And guess what? Jealousy is actually not about what someone have and what you don't have. Many of you are actually, you have a lot. You are supposed to be living a better life. But somehow, this is making you mad. Why is he just saying this? Why is he doing this? I'm doing this because those you neglected, those you ignored, those criminals you pretended are your leaders, those they abandoned, they will come for you. They are coming for, not just for your leaders, they are coming for everybody. And they will come for everybody just to survive. If you are lucky and they don't kill you, maybe you will live to tell the story. If you are not lucky, well, Maiyegun will tell your story. Maybe if you are lucky enough that it is Shekau gang that grab you, the ones that will slice your throat, cut off your head. And then you probably, your family members will join out the rest of those who have been killed to mourn the family of those who have been killed. Then maybe it will make sense to you. So let us continue. They don't hate it. They hate you when you talk about it, but they don't hate. They don't hate the real rot, right? Politicians will tell you year in, year out that they are going to build you roads. They are going to build you schools. They are going to build hospitals for you. They are going to protect you. Year in, year out, they are going to give you electricity. They're going to give you water supply. But you keep reading about those things in the papers. And you keep reading about billions they are spending on them. And as toothless, as spineless as you are, you can't even speak up. But you have strength. You have strength to come on social media to condemn those who are speaking up, right? We know why. It's because many of you don't hate those. You're actually looking forward to the day you have your own share, the day you have your own opportunity, so that you too, you can buy that expensive automobile. You can buy that expensive, you can build that expensive palace. At least you can also live large, even if you don't have any business other than just stealing free money. They stole money from poor people in Lagos. People who are, they steal from everybody, right? They stole from people in Lagos, street cleaners. They call them Loma, old women, aged women, young boys and girls who are doing cleaning job in Lagos. I said, how much are they paying the cleaners in Lagos? They said they are paying them 25,000 or 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira in Lagos State. And you come here on Facebook to abuse me. Like, that is the economy they have built for you. Even the 30,000 naira they are not paying. 3 months they didn't pay them. Meanwhile, the government has paid. Do you know those who are in charge of Loma in Lagos? Those who are in charge of waste collection in Lagos is actually the woman leader, APC woman leader in Lagos State. She is in charge of Loma. How did she come by to be in charge of Loma? Well, because she belonged to the right political caucus. Now, she refused to pay people. Apart from the fact that she was loading the payroll, right? They were supposed to be 15,600 and something people working as Loma in Lagos State. They increased the number, and their annual salary, I mean, let's say their monthly salary is 541 million naira. That's how much they were supposed to pay that 15,600 and something people who are cleaning Lagos. So 3 months. When this Alaja, they call her Alaja, APC leader, woman leader. Can you imagine that? In a Lagos State that is more or less like a glorified slum, a glorified village. But you will see the Abobakus, the Oloruns, the Alapama Shishes, right? The All-Risers, common thugs. They will jump on the post now. You see them in the comment. They will start commenting now. Useless human beings.